U.S. bans all cotton and tomato products from Xinjiang over slave labor.
Here's a summary of the article.
China's Xinjiang province accounted for 8 of the 13 WROs that CBP issued in 2020, all stemming from allegations of forced labor. Evidence from Chinese government documents and media reports indicate that hundreds of thousands of Uyghurs in Xinjiang are forced to pick cotton by hand via state-mandated labor, according to a report by the Center for Global Policy published last month. The Chinese government strongly denies all claims of forced labor in Xinjiang. Cotton is Xinjiang's largest export. Cotton exports from China are approximately a $9 billion industry. Last month, CBP issued a WRO on Xinjiang Production and Construction Corps, which had accounted for 17% of those cotton exports. CBP has not yet quantified Xinjiang's tomato export output, but China's overall output of tomatoes is a $10 million industry, according to export data from 2019. Scrutiny against China's actions in Xinjiang has mounted in recent months over allegations of forced sterilization of their Uyghur population that surfaced last summer.
This post received a score of 96,000, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Next, chocolate. 'Cause we been buying that slave labor chocolate since, well, forever.
Is chocolate a bad one? I've been meaning to give up caffeine completely, but I eat so many Lindt bars because I get them super cheap.
There are some companies that ethically source their chocolate, but coffee and chocolate are both notorious for using slave labor.
Chocolate, coffee, vanilla and a bunch of other raw resources are notorious for having bad labor practices. But the developed world has a hunger for them, and increasingly, the rest of the developing world as well. But all these things can't be grown everywhere. In fact, most of these things are limited in very specific geographic areas. And these areas are not the developed world. The entire bakery, sweets and coffee industry in developed countries would suffer if these raw ingredients don't come reliably and cheaply into their hands.
Greater than the entire bakery, sweets and coffee industry in developed countries would suffer if these raw ingredients don't come reliably and cheaply into their hands. I don't see a problem with that. Let's pay the workers a fair wage who harvest these raw ingredients, and if that means sweets and junk food cost slightly more, then so be it. Worst case scenario is the already obese Western countries have to cut back on some unhealthy food.
I only get lighter roasts and prefer Ethiopian, occasionally Burundi. I was friends with someone whose roommate was a roaster and was told it's customary for someone to go over and negotiate prices so it's a living wage. Also, this is a good reminder I shouldn't be buying mainstream candy chocolate. I forget chocolate is part of the issue like coffee is.
Whoever is making fun of you for spending $20 on coffee beans has clearly never tried good coffee.
I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one who buys it. I know how good it is. When Bonnie goes shopping, she buys shit. Me, I buy the gourmet expensive stuff because when I drink it, I want to taste it. But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen.
Always cringe at that scene. Great movie. Tarantino is no actor though.
Dude has an unhealthy fixation with both the N-word and feet.
Good thing iPhones aren't made of cotton or tomatoes.
Consumer.
Why are we buying tomato products from fucking China? Anyone? Geez, like we can't grow enough here to satisfy demand in the US. How about buying from Latin America or South America? Or how about Europe, where they actually grow without Roundup? Is this work of Commerce Secretary, dipshit Wilbur Ross?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.